Video clicked off, but that's where a lot of that comes from, which is with them which is that they just wanted to, that's whole Muslim Islamic extremist thing. Like, there's no Islamic extremists, even though there's been a thing where they like believed in like a united, like the Caliphate. Yes, they believed in like a united Islamic empire, but at the same time, it definitely progressed when they had other bigger countries coming in messing with their politics. But as always, like, the reason why it didn't work in the past was because a lot of nations disagreed. You know, a lot of Muslim nations, they didn't mind being Muslim, but they disagreed on the politics aspect. There's always a disagreement on the politics aspect on how to run things and everything. That's why a united Islamic empire never really happened like that. It was always close, but it always ceased because there was always a rebellion within certain countries, like in certain northern African countries, as well as others that they still wanted to embrace their roots, but as well as adopt a new religion and all that. It was clear with them. Some, not so adoptive, not so wanted adoptive of that. So, but there was still Muslims there, so it didn't matter. It was still kind of looked at as a mostly Muslim country. It's just the politics, really. It was always a disagreement on politics. But never mind all that. That's Islamic history and all that. So it's Islamic history, but that's just one of the examples of U.S. and Russia kind of messing things up on the international scale. Not much deals with Europe, as Europe now also sometimes with Europe. But Europe mostly. Thing was with Europe, they were mostly internal. A lot of things within Europe that went on within Europe, kind of like stayed within sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. It's just most affairs like modern wise have been staying within Europe, like with the European Union and all that, and Germany involvement, as well as Greece's pull out of that, and Brexit and all that, and Britain's exit, basically. Hey, the whole European Union thing, they're just trying to establish like their own little united front, much the Europeans and all that, and because it is really because the Europeans were very much aware of each other. You know what I'm saying? They were not separate. They traveled all over Europe, so like many different cultures traveled all over Europe, established nations, city states, nations, all the nations, all that stuff. So Europeans were very much aware of each other. So a lot of internal politics that go on in Europe kind of stay with Europe because they all kind of are from same backgrounds. Same German, Italian, and Turkey. All their backgrounds is just all there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they kind of keep things within themselves. Now Russia is like is Europe, but also part of Asia as well. So and part of Asia as well. So they kind of operate outside of that sometimes. They operate within Europe, but also outside of Europe sometimes. So they're not too worried about that. But that's the thing. And there was this whole like, and then the CIA, and that's when the whole deal with U.S. aid came about, which is the CIA was still installing influence, which obviously we know Russia was still doing the same thing, installing influence, keeping the influence going and stable, because it reserved economic control over these areas, as well as just basically, it is really just economic. That's how the U.S. dollar was able to stay propped up over internationally. This was very talked about amongst the third parties in the U.S. as well. They definitely brought this up during their debates, during the presidential debates in their time. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, but also the MK Ultra experiments was just really the drugs. It was the creation of the drugs, putting it in the communities, and they got people addicted to it. And this is where all the members of alien invasions come from, because they were abducted by military people during the nights, abducted by military people during the night, and then next thing you know, being experimented on with all these drugs and brain surgery at the same time. So it was like whole, which made the memory whole fuzzy for a lot of people, and you start tripping from the hallucinations and stuff. So like you'll see like aliens and all that, like, or like just weirdly shaped people, formed heads of weird hallucinations that somebody would probably like to describe as some type of alien, so some, what I'm saying. So yeah, but that was pretty much the whole deal. Just that, the abduction, alien abductions, and all that. People who actually remember being abducted and all that. So yeah. And even now, they talking about the alien stuff, all that. They talking about like most of the alien UFOs and stuff. They feel like it's just secret military stuff, which is the CIA is known for conducting secret military operations. So, and people think they only work internationally. No, the CIA operates both on the U.S. soil and internationally, because their whole goal is central intelligence, basically. Central intelligence, collecting data for the U.S. and as well as it's changing things in the U.S.'s favor, work in favor of the U.S. And sometimes not so much in our favor, but it's ultimately to work in the favor of the U.S. Ultimately, just at the expense of feelings, morals, whatever, So yeah, they don't really care about that. It's just preserve U.S. country by any means necessary. Which they need to do something about this Trump motherfucker, because they need to do something about Trump, because Trump is really trying to establish a dictatorship. Like, I understand y'all Trumpers, but listen, y'all understand, like, when it comes to creating concentration camps, that's anti-Fourth Amendments. I don't care what y'all say. It's anti-Fourth Amendment. Slavery. That's what concentration camps were meant for. Slave labor work. Prisoners of debt. A prisoner of debt is a slave. that is indentured servitude. That's slavery, yo. Come on, y'all. Concentration camps. Come on now. You said deport them. Send them back. Send them back. You're creating concentration camps. That lets me know right there, this is something else completely going on. Even though I've been knew this was something else going on, but now I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring back slavery, like you are. Like you with concentration, you can't tell me you're not trying to. Is not trying to bring back fucking slavery with concentration camps for illegal immigrants. And for one, let me get this straight. Talking about y'all don't want to support illegal immigrants from when the Democrats was just giving them all these benefits, which was paid for by your tax dollars. Well, guess what? Concentration camps. To maintain concentration camps, the government maintains concentration camps. Keep putting funding into that. That's coming out of your tax dollars as well. Like, seriously. I don't know why some of you Trumpers out here are just riding up Trump's ass so much to the point where you're not even thinking straight. You're not even realizing how this is affecting you negatively. It's affecting you negatively. You're paying taxes to house what? Fucking illegal immigrants? That's how y'all see them. Illegal immigrants that was supposed to be deported. And now he's literally operating on a Hitler agenda. And now, like, because that's what Hitler did. When he couldn't deport the Jews, guess what he did? He created concentration camps. But he didn't want them there, so he wanted to preserve German dominance all the way. Pure German dominance, pure German superiority, saying they're the most intellect. So you can't just have, like, Jews doing everything for the Germans, because how's that portray German superiority? So he gassed them. He's like, fuck it, I gotta die. So, but I mean, I don't think necessarily Trump is gonna kill off the immigrants. I just think he's most likely just gonna reinstate slavery, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, some of you more backwards minded, degenerate Caucasians in this country. Well, you're not Caucasians, but it turns out actually the whole history of Caucasians turns out to had nothing to do with uh, European people of European descent. But anyway, some of you backwards minded people of European descent. Of course, yeah, I understand. Some of y'all want slavery back as well. So I mean, yeah, y'all just fucking stupid. I mean, there's not really much I can say. Y'all just dumb. You're just really dumb. And, you can live a life of comfort by simply just getting technology and having it produce everything for you. Why do you need slaves? You're dumb. You're living life wrong. Anyway. Listen, I mean, I'm not fully against automation. You know, some people are, but I'm not. I've never really fought against automation. I just don't like how we're introducing automation, which comes at the expense of other people. Like, no, I want automation. Like, I believe in self-automated homes, self-sufficient homes, automated to make self-sufficiency easier. That is my Kudukadian pathway. That's my Kudukadian way, my Kudukadian ideas of living. Automated, self-sufficient homes. Make your life easier. Then we also, now we got to be aware that AIs are becoming a thing. They're going to be a new life form introduced into our world. So we need to assist them as much as they assist us. It's create a mutual relationship, not a relationship built on the expense of another, which is why we go into all these problems where people get pissed, angry, want to destroy each other. It's like the world's supposed to be healing, but y'all not healing in the way that needs. I mean, y'all healing, but it's not happening fast enough. Y'all just. I mean, I'm not trying to save nobody here. I'm just trying to do. I'm gonna do my thing. I already decided long ago that y'all are set in your ways. Y'all do whatever y'all want. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm tired of warning people. I'm tired of giving people information that they need to hear, and they just completely flat ignoring it till something comes up years later on down the line when I've already pre-warned y'all that this was going to happen, and now y'all shocked. Now y'all want to make a big deal about this. Now y'all waking up like, I guess, yeah, people wake up when they wake up. Yeah, I understand. I probably should have took the spiritual people's advice, like, yeah, stop trying to wake people up, just do you. You know, I should have took that sooner, which I did take it sooner. I'm done. I'm still try to give out a little something, just a little idea. Just I like to at least make people aware of what's going on right now, and how it could lead to something in the future. I mean, it's just who I am, mostly. That's why I kind of do it. But at the same time, it's like, I know this is not gonna. People are not gonna really hear this. I'm a big guy that people like to ignore, like a lot of the time. And I mean, I accept that, you know what I'm saying? But I just get mad at people when they expect me to take them seriously when it's clear to me that they don't know what's going on. And no, I'm not gonna take nobody seriously if you don't really know what's going on. Like, I can tell what's going on. Most of the things I've said has happened. All the AI has been I like, because I look at in the now, and I see how, and my brain has this, I guess you could say, sort of sixth sense to see how it will play out later on. May not play out exactly how I picture it, but it knows for a fact this will play out and become this later on. They've been talking about AI. They've been talking about automation. They've been talking about all this back in 2016. This was the ideas, the brainstorming was all being done back in 2016. That was the new wave. It was probably be even done farther, but I remember hearing more and more about it after during 2016 and after. That's when I heard a lot more about all this AI, transhumanism, all that, nihilism, everything. Even though nihilist was what I was, but I looked into nihilism sooner and all that. But still, this is all big thing. Whole thing with the government, secret operations, CIA, conspiracy theories, which some, even though they were not exactly true to how it was said, actually turned out to be true. All that, so yeah. But I'm just trying to do my thing now. I know what the kind of life I want to build for myself is a life away from all this. I mean, not really. I can't build a life away from all this. I live on a freaking same planet. But what I mean, like, is really just I want to live a lifestyle that I know for a fact is going to be suitable for me in the long haul, in the now and in the long haul. Because living this kind of life where you're striving for a piece of paper that's not even going to be paper no more, it's going to be digital credit points. Digital credit points, which is just a means for them to have more control over how the money is flowing in the country. Because it's really, people are big on making money, but not a lot of people, notice that not a lot of people are big on the control of money, because your attention is directed to making money, not controlling money. Because the main people who are the richest and the more solid in this economy are the ones who control the flow of money. And those are the more people who are solid in this type of economy. They control the flow of money. And it's always going to be that way. And that's the thing. They don't teach y'all that. They don't teach y'all about the control of money. They don't make economics a big thing because they don't want a lot of people controlling the flow of money. If everybody gets into the idea of controlling the flow of money, you'll realize that money is worthless. It's bait. Really. It's a false belief that this is a bait worthy of your time. It's not even a worm that can actually give you nutrients. That's speaking metaphorically, obviously. It's not even something that can be useful to you, really. It's just a fake sense of belief. It's fake. It's not a real. It's not real. Like, it's you're tricked into thinking that money matters because they created a system that makes you have to rely on it. But it's just at the end of the day, it's just a fucking concept, y'all. Like, it's a concept. Somebody thought about this and made it a thing, people. Like, you don't get it. It's just a concept at the end of the day. It's just a fucking concept. A lot of y'all, I know, y'all just trying to live in the moment. Y'all just want to have fun. I understand. Y'all just want to do y'all because I guess y'all accepted that y'all can't really do much about it. I mean, you can. It's just, I guess y'all know that it takes a lot. It takes a lot more people to stand for something than just the minimum of a few, you know. Some of y'all are already drained. Y'all been drained growing up. And then this just being a pile of shit on top of it, just, it's like, you're too drained for it anyway to do anything about it. I get it. But we have to do something about it, y'all. There should not be concentration camps in America, man. It's anti-14th Amendment, y'all. Burn them shits down. Go burn those damn concentration camps to the fucking ground. Break them shits open. Storm the fucking troopers or whoever the fuck is there. And get that shit out of this country. It's do something. about would at least do something. No more peaceful protests, riot, lose your fucking minds, riot. I don't even care if, like, some developers are coming in to renovate the area after you destroy it. Destroy their new renovations, destroy it. Just burn the whole damn thing to the ground. We're already at the point of no return. There is no replacing anything at this point. It's just start over now. And start over. Burn it down. Burn it all to the fucking ground. And start over. Understand that a lot of us will die. But we're gonna die anyway. So just burn this shit down. Burn it to the fucking ground. Burn every police station, every military base, every government thing. Burn it to the fucking ground. Blow it all up. Take it the fuck out. Don't let this shit persist. Them concentration camps, burn them down. Any prisons conducting prison labor, burn that shit down. Blow it the fuck up. Get access to missiles and blow that shit up. Destroy it.